Has two very different offerings that he's offering up. We have Bad Trip and French Exit. We're going to go with Bad Trip first.
Let's start off with Bad Trip. This is a film that's recently premiered on Netflix. This stars Eric Andre, Lil Rel Howery, and Tiffany Haddish. It's a unique story, and what they do is it's a combination of a real story where you have the two best friends played by those two gentlemen who decide to take a road trip to go to New York to find or to meet up with the high school crush of Eric Andre. But the uniqueness of the film is what they do is, while I'm telling a real story, they're playing pranks on everyday people as part of the story, although the people in real life don't know it's a prank. But these pranks kind of are just part of the story. And imagine it's almost like a Borat type of film where there's, pranks, but the people don't know they're involved. And let me tell you, to me at least, I thought most of these pranks were just absolutely hilarious. They are, of course, a lot of kind of gross out, raunchy humor in this film. It is rated R. But for me, I was just howling in laughter multiple times throughout this film. It is not a family movie by any stretch of the imagination, so keep that in mind. But I enjoyed how they use these pranks to keep the story going along of these two kind of men kind of in dead-end jobs doing a road trip to New York City. It kind of almost felt like, a combination of Dumb and Dumber and Borat all combined together to make one I thought a hilarious story. But again, I must caution you, if you don't like the Borat films, if you don't like pranks, the hidden camera pranks, and frankly just gross out humor, this movie will probably not be for you. However, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Not ashamed to admit it. I gave this film an 8.5 out of 10.
So it's not a rom-com, you're saying?
Yeah, it's not. There's comedy, but there's no romantic comedy.
So the pranks actually were real-life pranks on people who didn't know they were being pranked?
Exactly.
They filmed the movie with real-life people who didn't know they were in a movie?
Exactly.
Wow.
And it worked. Yeah, it was just hilarious.
Yeah, that could fail really bad. All right.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on to French Exit.
French Exit, it's now playing at theaters. This stars Michelle Pfeiffer and Lucas Hedges. They play a mother and son. Michelle Pfeiffer is what used to be a very wealthy New York socialite, but at the beginning of the film, we learned that she's almost out of money. She's a widow. Her husband had died a few years before, and all the money they had, they just spent it all. And so as a last resort, they decide to move to Paris, where a friend has an empty apartment, and try to live in Paris, hence French Exit. Michelle Pfeiffer's character is just ice cold. And you have to admire those one-liners, just brutal one-liners she throws at people that she doesn't like. Lucas Hedges is kind of a very meek son who, he's engaged, but he won't tell his mother that he's engaged, causing problems with the engagement. There's a lot of quirky characters in this movie. I'm a big fan of Michelle Pfeiffer. She's just a fantastic actress. Here, while she does shine in this movie as this, down on her luck, ice cold socialite, it's just a very slow, quirky movie that doesn't quite work throughout. There's a kind of a second act twist involving the cat that you don't see coming, but it comes too late in the film to make a difference. And some of the supporting characters show up too late, the ones that are interesting and make it more lively, but they don't come to the very end. So all in all, I was disappointed in this film. I had been looking forward to it because I am a Michelle Pfeiffer and a Lucas Hedges fan. This film I have to give a 6 out of 10.
Okay, yeah, that's not a really good rating.
Yeah, no, it's not worth going to the movie theater for. Maybe if it shows up on Netflix one day soon, maybe watch it if you're a Michelle Pfeiffer fan. But I thought it was too slow. It just didn't quite work. I was frankly disappointed, sadly.
So in other words, there was no Batman when she was Catwoman, right?
There was no Batman, no cat. There was no car chases or gunfights.
All right, Michael. Thanks so much as always. All right, it's time now to check back in with Rance, and you say